particular track. A few little things of note. One, I'm just using a Roland. Okay.
Lonesome train on the lonesome track. I'm going away, ain't coming back. I'm going somewhere.
Oh, just kidding. Not even going to try. You guys probably know this song. It's Johnny Burnett's Lonesome Train, an absolute rockabilly classic. If you're not familiar with this song, go check it out and consider learning it, because it is, in my opinion, a staple of rockabilly licks. So, I have the full transcription on my Patreon for members. This one, probably more than any other, do I recommend, speaking backwards, I recommend for this one getting your hands on the transcription. Now, if you are hard up and you cannot afford even $2 a month, let me know. I'm happy to send this to some of the good folks out there in the spirit of a new year, 2021, Christmas, all those things. Just shoot me an email. But of course, if you would like to contribute something, you also get access to, there's 30 transcriptions, 40 transcriptions, you know, if you want to include the lessons and the PDFs for the lesson material, and it's growing. I'm doing more of these. I've got a Radar Men tune coming out next, which is a psychobilly song, with just brilliant guitar work. Heaps of stuff coming, guys. You're probably familiar with what I'm doing. If not, check it out. Check out my other videos and stuff. But yeah, so with that said, Simon Halens, who recently joined the Patreon, thank you, Simon. Really appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the content. And yeah, let's get into it. I recently posted a video talking about practice as well. Guys, check that out. That's a really helpful video. It's about 20 minutes long. I recommend watching the whole thing. I don't usually push anyone to do anything, but if I'm going to push you to do something, watch that video. It will help your practice in 2021. The guitar tone, guys, right now I'm just using a Roland Cube Light. It cost me like 120 bucks a few years ago. My Supro, which is a nice little tweed sort of era style valve amp, has a bit of valve ring. But you'll hear that it's a cool tone. You don't have to stress too much about these things. I'm just using a little solid state amp right now. But I've got a Memphis Sun Keeley slapback pedal. Any slapback pedal will do. You know, your Boss digital delays or anything like that. You're going to get a great tone. I think the coolest thing is when you start putting these notes together, you're going to really hear what you like. One thing worth mentioning, I strongly believe there were flat wounds on the guitar that this song was recorded with, and he was playing all kinds of stuff from rock and roll to, you know, he would have been doing western swing and jazz stuff. He was a studio player at the time, and what a player. This is why I think this particular song has such cool creative licks in it. So you're going to see a few really sneaky little tricks he did to get some great sounds over this song. So anyway, let's go on with the lesson. So the opening riff starts with a walk up basically over a D chord. So we've got a D, E, F sharp, and going up into a G. So this song is in the key of G. It sort of flirts between G major and G minor. I think the overall tonality would arguably be G minor, but there's little hints of major as well. And I believe the chords that Johnny Burnette were playing were just based around, you know, a very stock rockabilly G blues, like a G chord, a C chord, and a D chord. But what you kind of end up hearing with that, you probably don't really hear that fifth string at all, so you don't quite get that major sound. So we're going 0, 2, 4, 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 5, 5, 3, 3, 1, 1, 0, 0. And then that famous riff. Now, there's obviously different ways you could play these notes. You know, you can choose not to go to an open string and, you know, play the note elsewhere. But I'm just going to go with what I've thought was comfortable and made sense and sounded right. I'm going to play that for you again. You know, you might also play that last bit like that. He did a bit of a mixture of things, I think, with his picking and hammering and that sort of stuff, but it's up to you. I would probably just pick it all, or you could hammer. Okay, but yeah, so that's just the intro there. let's have a look what comes next. So from verse 1 where the singing comes in, obviously it stops at the intro, Lonesome Train, then so you just keep rolling with that riff, but it doesn't take long before the licks start. And I tell you what, they start and they don't stop. And it took a long time to transcribe this piece because every single verse, every second bar was something completely different. So the vocals start and we do 2 bars of the regular riff, then 0, 1, 2, 2, 2, 0, back to the main riff. Okay, so that's the first lick that we encounter. Oh, sorry, the open was on the 5th there. Now, I'm always alternating when I play this song. If you watch my right hand, okay, you don't want to be picking all down too hard. It's just too hard. And it will sound forced. It's just not going to sound good. So make sure you practice that slowly with alternate picking, okay, before you speed it up. So after we play that, we return for 1 bar to the main riff. Then the next bar, 0, 1, 4, 0, 4, 0. So I'm playing 4th fret there on the 5th string, and I'm playing the open 4th string. And I'm just doing that twice, so boom, 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 boom. Okay, now if you're sitting there going, oh, I can't hear that, have a really good listen to the song. It's vital that you know how these parts go before you even tackle it. So go away, listen to it. I mean, you can have a noodle around and put the song on and work between the video and this. That's how I'd probably do it if I wasn't super familiar with it. Okay, the next bar, I've filled it in brackets on the transcription with another bar of that. You can't really hear it in the song, okay, necessarily, but we'll fill that little gap there. So the next thing that happens, this is bar 12. If you've got your transcription from the Patreon, we go, okay, we've got this bending type lick. So from the beginning, alright, so that's bar 12. Alright, so that's bar 12 into bar 13. What we're doing, we're picking the 4th string open, bending the 4th fret on the 5th, and we just keep repeating that, but the rhythm picks up here. So from the beginning of bar 12, we're into bar 13 now. 1 more of those bends and opens. Now we do a pull off from the 4th fret. Okay, pull off from the 4th fret to the 3rd to the 1st. Okay, so back to the 3rd fret, back to the 1st fret, then we go to the 3rd fret on the 6th string, 1st fret, and then we're up to bar 14, which goes. Alright, so let me play bar 12 into 13 into 14. So we've got. Alright, when I do those licks, I like to use my second finger and hybrid pick. You could just pick both if you like. And I'm actually bending that 5th string from the 4th fret upwards, okay? Okay, so that was just, again, a little return to that lick at the end of bar 15. And bar 16, we have this lick that goes like this. Really cool lick. Alright, so I'm going to play everything from where the singing starts up to that point. So we're really covering off the first verse here. Oh, crying baby. Sorry, guys. Okay, so we got. Mistake there. Let me play. So from bar 14, where I go 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that was bar 16, and that lick goes the one happens, one, and, okay, so that's on the and. I like to pick up because it's on the offbeat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Okay, so 5th fret on the 5th string, 2nd fret on the 4th string, 3rd fret on the 4th string, 4th fret on the 4th string, 5th fret on the 4th string, 2nd fret on the 3rd string, 3rd fret on the 3rd string, and we're back to the 5th fret on the 4th string. So that lick, a little bit of a chromatic lick. We're throwing a couple of notes in there, a little bit jazzy. Again, you can see some of those other influences being worked into rock and roll, which I'm just such a big fan of mixing things up. Okay, so that now takes us to just onto bar 17. Again, very handy if you've got your transcription. Like I always do a couple of takes when I'm introducing the video. I may have used the take earlier where I said that if someone really wants the transcription for this, but you can't afford it, I'm happy to send it to you, so just shoot me an email. Obviously, it's great if people can contribute, and you're getting so much more when you're part of the Patreon. But like I said, if you're really hard up, shoot me an email, and I'll send you the transcription because it's going to help you a lot. Okay. So after that lick, nothing happens for the rest of the bar. So bar 17. Now bar 18 on the 2. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and... Okay, so you'll see this lick quite a lot. What was really tricky when I was transcribing it is it's constantly in the different rhythms and played off beats and all sorts of things. Like sometimes it's... hardly sounds any different, right? But when you're trying to transcribe it 100% correctly, quite tricky. So in this particular example, in bar 18, we go 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. Okay, so that was bar 18 and 19. I'll play that. Right, and then the next bar, if I join it together, goes... Okay, so that lick there goes 5th string open. Well, what I do is I do a little dead note on the 5th string, down on then the open 5th string, then I play the open 4th string, then I play the 3rd fret, then the 1st fret on the 5th string, and then there like that. So that's just a regular G minor pentatonic lick right there. This little lick here, think about the blues scale. Okay, he's using the blue note to bend into a not blue note, and it just has that really kooky sound. Very difficult to clear the 4th string when you're doing that one. Try not to, make sure you're not muffling that 4th string, so something to work on. So that takes us to bar 20. Let's basically finish the verse with, and that's the entirety of verse 1. Okay, so we get to verse 2, and he launches in along with the vocals with this one, you know, working in and out as he does so beautifully with this little lick here, nice and simple. So that's bar 22. Okay, that's just holding the 3, down, 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 up, down, up. From here, he does a bit of a syncopated thing, so I'm going to add in bar 23. So we go bar 22 into bar 23. Alright, and then we have quite a lick here. So let me just explain those 2 bars, and then we'll look at 24. So we've got... Alright, did you catch that? So the bar 23 was 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So I'm giving you the timing, but you're picking 3, 3, 3, 3, 5 on the 3rd string, 3, and then this little kooky lick here in bar 24, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5. Okay, these guys are straight out of the blues scale. This is just blues scale licks. So I love that bit because it captures the lyrics. So that's bar 25 into 26. Lonesome train. Oh, he sings all my problems there. And all my problems. It's just so cool. And it feels very improvised because everything's different in this song. Again, which is why it was so difficult for transcribing purposes. Yes, give me a cookie. So from there, all my problems. He drops that little lick in there just after that lyric, all my problems, and that's bar 20, end of bar 26 into bar 27, and that lick is 3 6 3 0 0 0. All right. So let me play that whole section. Sorry guys. 3 4. Perfect. Absolute perfection. Love it. The next bar, we get back into the bendy 4/0 things that I was talking about. So back to these, and it's slightly different this time. So I'll play it for you first. So we've just come off the now for this bit I actually pick the 5th string, and again, you don't have to do it this way. I like to hybrid pick it. You can pick both if you like. So you're going, you could use the pick for both, but the rhythm 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So it's not an easy one to, it's quite syncopated, but if you can get the rhythm in your head, da 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 da, probably even better. And if you want to pick it, I like to pick kind of upwards. That one not so essential if you don't nail the strumming. You can be forgiven for that. Okay, so that was bar 29. We're going to bar 30 now. That was bar 28 and 29, I should say. Bar 30. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. All right, there's a lot going on there. So let's just break that down. Bar 30. 1, 2. Okay, then we've got 5, 5, 3, 5. Roll to the 6. Straight to the 3 here. Flatten across to the 3 there. And then we work backwards. So we play the 3 here on the 4th beat of the bar. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. Alright. That was bar 32. So I was playing the 3rd fret on the 1st string, the 6th fret on the 2nd string, the 3rd fret there on the 2nd string. My pinky's playing the 6th fret there, 5, 3, and this is bar 33. We hit the 5 there. Okay, so that whole passage, I'll go from bar 28. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Okay, so that passage there, I'm going to do it one more time, guys. So what I'll do, I'm going to take off from this lick here in bar 30. 1, 2. So the issue right now is I'm not hearing this lick in my head, guys. This is perfect proof, actually. You know what? I'm going to leave this in the video because it's proof that, you know, even me, I've spent so much time on this song, obviously transcribing it, but right now, I'm not hearing this lick in my head. I'll be back in 1 sec after having a quick listen to it, and I'll show you how to play it properly. Check this out. This is what's actually happening there. 1, 2. Okay, I can hear it in my head now. See the difference? But it's that 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and da, 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 da. Okay, so hopefully you've pieced together the passage at least, what the right notes were. Now hopefully you can hear the rhythm properly too. Helps me being able to play it for you. 1, 2. Okay, so that bar's quite easy. That's bar 33. So we're into bar 34. Do a hammer on from 3 to 6. Go to the 6th fret on the 2nd string. Go to the 3rd fret. 1, 2. And then we play the 3rd fret again, up. Roll from 6 to 5. Play the 3rd fret there. And that's not too difficult. Into bar 36, we start the solo. Alright, so let's talk about the solo. So that was everything in verse 2. Hopefully you're familiar with the song and you can put everything together that I've been showing you there. I know this is in really fine detail, but I noticed there weren't really any other lessons that particularly showed the verses. The guitar solo, yes, there are some other lessons on this one. Again, I've tried to take it to 100% accuracy here. We've got it really, really, really close. So yeah, let's get into the solo. So first 4 bars of the solo aren't too difficult. Alright, so it starts off with... Okay, that's not too difficult. So it's all centered around that 3rd string. We repeat that lick where we hammer to the 6th. Okay, so... move that over slightly so I can actually see it now. So we're going 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2. Do the lick, hammer to the 6, and then back to the 3. Go to the 6 there, and then the syncopation here. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. This time, in bar 39, we actually come to the 5th fret there, which is a little bit of the psychobilly scale I talk about. So check out my video on the psychobilly scale. So bar 38, 39. Okay, get ready for it. We do the lick again with the hammer to the 6th. Then we go to the 6th fret on the 2nd string, 3rd fret. Walk 6, 5, 3, 5. Okay, so I'm going to play everything up to that point. So okay, bar 41 on the offbeat of the 1. I'll play bar 40 so you can hear it. That's the 1, 3, 5, 6, 3, 6, 3, bend. And then we're coming up to that really cool lick shortly. So that little bit there, 3, 5, 6, and you can hammer that. Get that greasy sound, okay? You don't have to pick every note there. 3, 5, 6, 3, 6, 3, bend that 6. I'd probably use my 3rd to do that. Just a little bend like that. Okay, now bar 42, we play the 3rd fret here. I'll play it first, so... Okay, that's a really cool little lick. Let me play into that again. So from bar 40... I've seen that lick played a few different ways. It's like that. I'm seeing a few guys overcomplicating it. They're just... I've seen it this way, which is real. Like, you'd have to be a really good guitar player to play it like this. I think it was... actually, that's Randy Richter plays it like that. It's a really cool way to play it. I personally don't believe it's played that way in the song, because if you listen really closely, you can actually hear the... You can hear the strings kind of ringing and a little bit of harmonic resonance going on. I'm talking very fine detail there. But it does come out a little cleaner like that. So if you happen to like that way, check out the way. I'll check out Randy Richter's tutorial. But anyhow, I'm certain it's played just with the flicking the string off like that. So what's actually happening in those couple bars? We've gone from... After this, in bar 40, we do the 3, 5, 6, 3, 6, 3, bend. So we play the 3rd fret, 6th, 3rd fret, and then we do these pull-offs here. So we're pulling from the 6 to the 3 to the open. We repeat the same thing on the second string. And it just keeps repeating. So it's... Now, you're probably tempted to say, how many times does it do that? Two things. Hopefully you've got the transcription. Because like I said, even if you're hard up and you just can't get on the Patreon, I'm happy to send you the transcription for this one. And secondly, you want to be able to hear it in your head. Again, you guys saw the evidence before, even a part that wasn't particularly difficult. If I couldn't hear it in my head, I couldn't execute it. So make sure you know how that goes. And then we had... Alright, so now we're up to bar 44. So that took us through 42 and 43. We play this. Okay, so bar 44, we're playing 5 into 6, 3, 5 into 6 again, 3. This time we pick 5 and 6 and play them without the little slide. A very small nuance, I know, but it makes a big difference. Slightly different emphasis, okay? So 5, 6, 3, 5, 6, 3, 5, 6, 3, 6. Okay, so now we're in bar 45, 3, 5, pull off. It's a missed note there. He's hit something wrong, okay, or just muted a string slightly. And then he goes to the 6, and that's into bar 46, okay? So we got... Sorry, let's try it again. And that's the beginning of bar 46. So I would imagine that Grady Martin went for the 6th fret there with his pinky and just didn't quite nail it. Maybe he couldn't decide between the 5 and the 6 and had a little moment there. But I like that. You know, I love that little bit of character there. So, okay, so we do the double 6s, 3. Then we go 6, 3, 6, 6. We're in bar 47 now. 3, 6, 3. So, bar 46 into 47. And then we start this big run down into bar 48. So that's bar 47 is 3, 6, 3, 3, 6, 5, and bar 48 3, 6, 3, 6, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 2 to 3 there like that. Instantaneous slide. Oh, hang on, I played the wrong thing there. Let me play that passage for you so you can hear it in context. So I'll go right from here. Okay, that's the end of that line there. Let me explain the rundown. So we've got 3, 6, 3, 6, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, and we do this instantaneous slide there from the 2 to the 3. We sort of let a beat pass there, so we go 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 6, pull off to 5. Now this last little bit here, you pull on the 4th fret there, and you let it down like that. That's the best way to do that. You could probably do it using a Bigsby, by playing the 5 and hitting a Bigsby, but if you don't have a Bigsby, this is a way around it. I think you might have done it this way anyway. Pre-bent it and let it down, which is such a cool sound before it goes back into the main riff. So that last line of the solo. Okay, there you go. So the solo is almost easier to learn than the verses because you can hear it nice and clearly. You can slow it down, and yeah, it's quite useful from that point of view. So have I covered everything there? I'm pretty sure I went through all that. 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, 6, 3, 3, 6, 3. That's it. That's it. Okay, so that's the whole solo. Hopefully this is all making sense and nice and clear. Again, it will definitely be a lot easier if you're really familiar with the tune, and the transcription is really going to help, because when I quote those bar numbers, it makes it a lot easier. So we're up to the last part, guys. Verse 3. So the next verse, you get a little bit of a break. Okay, so you get a whole bunch of bars of just playing that riff. Bar 56, you do get this little, okay, it's a small thing. Okay, bar 59, into 61, into 62. Okay, so in your head, so do 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 3, 4. Okay, tricky little rhythm. 3. Alright, you get the point. I'll keep moving. So now we're into bar 62. You just hold that 3 for a bar. Da, 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 da. Nice, easy. Can't really get any harder, easier than that. That's bar 62. Just picking down and up on the 3. Bar 63, we return to the original rhythm. Okay. Bar 64, we do the lick, a lick very similar to earlier. So we go, instead of going, we hold the 3 for a little there. So we go, try that again. Okay, so 64, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and then back to this for bar 65. 62 to bar 65, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Bar 66. Okay, so we go back to some of those bendy 4 things. So bar 66, 3, 4, 3 on the 6th string, we bend on the 4th. You could drop that note there if you don't want to. You could come off bar 65, like that. Yeah, very cool, this little bit here. So bar 66, that's 66 and 67. What you're doing there, pull down on that too, or bend up, whatever you like. Great sound. So it's almost like he meant that 3, but he bent into it, which is a thing that he does throughout this. He bends into notes from kind of kooky places, and it's got a great sound. So one more time. Okay, one more bar of that familiar riff in bar 68 and bar 69. So bar 69, again into sort of a more fluid riff. 3 3 0 1 3 0 3 0. Okay, so let me just play that fluently, and then I'll break it down for you. So for bar 69. Alright, so that we've got 3 3 0 1 3 0 3 0 0 3 5, bend in the 6 slightly and straight away again. So I lost the train of thought there. Let me 0 3 5, bend 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, so we end up doing 3 of those little bends on the 6. Let it down, 3 5 3 5. Okay, so from bar 70, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Yeah, I think I dropped the gun a little bit there, but you get the idea. It flows back into that riff. You could even leave it out till bar 74. So there's quite a few occasions where You can barely hear what's going on under there, and I've just sort of defaulted back to that riff. And I think there are times where he's doing that. It's just so hard. It's just there if you listen really closely. I had a really good set of headphones, you know, had it up quite loud and had to go over parts over and over again sometimes to pick up what was happening underneath. So that's everything from bar 69 up to bar 73. Okay, bar 74. Okay, just a little lick like that. So bar 74 into 75. So at that point there, again, it's back to that same lick. So try again. 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, you know, if you want to get right into those details, you can. I'm almost starting to realize we are really splitting hairs here on those licks. You could almost take the lick that you learn early on and replicate it throughout, and if you don't play it spot on, you're going to end up playing it more like he did, which was to take an idea and loosely play it several times. But you've heard it then. That's the spot on way to play it, and again, it's just that same that lick on the fourth there. So 4 and 1, then 3 1. So I think I played it different that time, but you finish that bar with 3 1 and into this. So we have another lick start at this point in 78, where it goes bar 78. You can play the 3 there if you want. Okay, but I would probably give yourself a moment's notice there, right? So let's say we come off bar 78. Don't worry about getting back to that 3. I've put a bracket around it. Jump to the 5 here. 3 and 4 and... Okay, and then you're back to that main riff until the end, which is a moment away. Okay, so that really long lick there. 5, 3 on the 4th string, 5 there, 3 on the 3rd string, 5 on the 3rd string, 6, there's a blue note. So again, this is just straight up blues scale, guys. There's a 6th fret, 3, roll across, the 3 there to the 3 there, 6, 3, 6, 3rd fret there, 6th fret there, 5th fret here, 3rd fret here. We go back to the 5th, roll to the 6, play the 3rd fret there, back to the 6, then we're 5, 3, 5, 3, 5. Little pause, what's the crotchet there, 5, 5, back to the 5 there. Okay, then we bend the 5th fret on the 6th string, and we're back to that main riff, okay? Just briefly, before we come to the end. So, we go... It just finishes like... Okay, finishes quite abruptly, actually, given all that really hard work. It's like, oh, it's finished now. So, I'll play from that crazy lick to the end. So we got, let me do a bar before, so we'll go from bar 77. Alright, and we finish with a shell voicing, very jazzy, of a G7. And this is why I mentioned at the start, if it made the edit, that it, you know, it's kind of around a G blues, so it has a little bit of that major kind of affectation. Lonesome train, on the lonesome train. So it's bizarre because it's got that kind of major thing going on in the melody. The melody kind of bends through it, but all these licks and all these ideas are based around, you know, the G minor blues. So it's quite an interesting song harmonically. So guys, that's the whole thing. This has probably been the most challenging tutorial I've done because it is just relentlessly new. There's very little repeats. And there's so many ideas that are very similar but slightly different. So I spent probably 5 hours transcribing this just this week. And in my eagerness to get it out, I have found it a little challenging presenting some of those licks, but I hope I've done a good enough job and you're happy with it. Let me know what you think, guys. Yeah, I guess I'll see you in the next video. Please comment if you've got any questions, put them in the comments below. And yeah, thanks for the support, and I will see you next time. 1 and 2 and 3. Let me count in for you. 3, 4.